Hey guys, how's it going? This is Khan, Mr. So Real, and welcome to this week's Good or Garbage, the #1 place where you can come and find out what weapons, blueprints, mods, and anything else is being sold this week that is worth your time and credits for you to pick up. So there's a nice ACR that is being sold this week. Shout outs to JUN, who sent me a tweet on Twitter telling me about it even before I started looking at anything going on this week. So salute to him for that one. And also a big happy birthday to Frank M. Fisher out there in Staten Island. Happy birthday, homie. Let's get going. The special blueprint vendor this week is starting off with the MG5 light machine gun blueprint, the Model 700 blueprint, the stamina knee pads blueprint, the electronics knee pad blueprint, the compensator blueprint that gives you more stability on your muzzle, the Omega rifle suppressor which gives you reduced threat and headshot damage on your muzzle, the stamina gear mod which will give you stamina, and the electronics gear mod. So you can get all of these at the special blueprints vendor and roll them as you like, and hopefully you'll get something good. So now moving on to the special equipment vendor, we have the Cassidy shotgun which is on sale. The talents are fierce, responsive, and boomstick. Not too bad, but it is a double barrel shotgun. We have the Pacan lightweight machine gun. It has 14% damage to targets out of cover. Comes with self-reserve, prepared, and Pacan. I would stay away from this one. The Liberator with some pretty low base damage and pretty low enemy armor damage. Probably some crappy talents as well with commanding, focus, and vicious. I would say stay away from this one. I mean, I guess you could roll off commanding and put something more to help you with your critical hits, but I would probably stay away from this just because the base damage and the enemy armor damage are a bit low for my liking. Now we have the Historian with some average headshot damage. I really don't recommend it, although it does have some adept on it. It has some sustained and it has history repeats if you're looking for that, but I hope that you can do better, but you never know with the way that RNG works. The Centurion has some pretty decent base damage at 32.8 with my character. It also comes with Swift. Now in terms of the regular weapons that are sold, we have the First Wave X45 with cool headed. If you need cool headed on a pistol, this isn't a bad one to grab. The Burstfire MP5 this week has a little bit lower base damage. I remember the base damage from a previous one sold in the vendors at 27 or 27.1. So you could do quite a bit better with this type of burst fire weapon. The talents on it are also kind of mediocre as well. The tactical MK, I would probably pass on this one. The talents are not to my liking. The Super 90, good base damage, not that great stagger. Talents are meh. The tactical M700, the headshot damage is a bit low. Base damage is okay, but the talents are really good with prepared, brutal, and elevated. The tactical M249 para at light machine gun, good damage to targets out of cover. Dominant, adept, and prepared, not a huge fan of. Now when it comes to the mask, the refresh mask has some kind of average to mediocre armor. It's average. Refresh is a nice talent to have. It also comes with enemy armor damage and damage to elites. This would be excellent for PvE. Refresh gives you increased healing when you're in your last segment of health by 30%, and that is with med kits or any type of skill based healing. So keep that in mind if you are doing PvP. This may help you out, or it could keep you alive for PvE, since this is really more geared towards a PvE type build. The Striker's mask, not a huge fan of this one, although the armor on it is okay. The Deadeye mask is a much better option if you are using Deadeye, because it has enemy armor damage at 8%, which is pretty good to help you eat through your enemies. Could help you out with those incursions, and it comes with blind death resistance, which is kind of not that great. The mask, the defense mask, has some pretty okay skill power. It has 15% burn resistance, the best armor out of the week. The skill power goes up to about 10,000 and a little bit over 10,000. I believe it's 10,030. So it's a little bit off of the max, but yeah. The Gunslinger's vest is not too bad. It has reckless on it. It also has enemy armor damage, and it has ammo capacity. The base armor on it is not that great, so this will definitely not keep you alive. This is probably more of a liability than anything else. I would kind of say stay away from this, although I do like ammo capacity and I do like enemy armor damage. But yeah, I would say stay away, just because reckless is going to give you more damage and it doesn't have a lot of armor on top of it, so this is probably a no bueno. The Lone Star vest, on the other hand, has some pretty decent armor. The ammo capacity on it is nice. It does come with 5% enemy armor damage, and it comes with exotic damage resilience to kind of keep you alive if you are doing some last stand and running Lone Star. The Predator's Mark mask, probably my pick of the week when it comes to the vest, not a mask. It has 8% skill haste. It has 15,471 health, increase kill XP, not my favorite, but what are you gonna do? And the armor is at 1994, which is pretty good. The Reclaimer vest, not a fan of this one. I would probably pass. The Alpha Bridge chest piece does have 7% skill haste, exotic damage resilience, and it has the most armor for this week at 1998. If you are running in last stand, this probably could help you out to keep you alive from those seeker balls, since it has 9.5 in exotic damage resilience. Now the bag, Resourceful bag, not really a huge fan of this, although the stats on it are nice all the way around. 16% burn resistance, 8% critical hit damage, the armor at almost 1300, and a good amount of stamina at 1264. The only problem is Resourceful is really only used for putting health or keeping your turrets and stuff active or keeping them alive, but really and truly, if those big guys run up to your turret, they're just going to kick it anyway and knock it over. So this talent, I think, really needs to be reworked or reevaluated, because I can't really see much use for it. But if you do like the Resourceful bag, please let me know in the comment section, what are you using this for outside of turrets? I guess you could use it for rolly balls, but the only thing I can see is turrets and rolly balls. And like I said, if the big guys in PvE kick it, that's it. But other than that, I don't really see a point. The Tactician's Authority bag, kind of mediocre skill power, does have burn resist. The armor is alright. Sentry's bag has crap armor, disrupt resist. This is definitely a pass. The knee pads all resist, bleed resist. This is garbage. The Gunslinger's holster, I would say pass. The Nomad holster is probably the best holster you're going to get this week from the special equipment vendor, and it's not even that great, to be honest with you. The health on it is okay. Health on holsters gets up to 8,337, so it's alright. The problem is the firearms roll is under 1250, the electronics roll is under 1250, and the stamina roll is barely over 1250. So if you're desperate for a Nomad holster, probably this is okay, but other than that, nah. The Final Measure holster, low rolls, garbage. The Hunter's Faith holster, low rolls, garbage. The Banshee holster, again, low rolls, decent armor, probably the best armor. Yeah, the best armor out of all of them, but still low rolls. I would say pass. The Gunslinger's gloves, if you are running, you have a couple options with these, actually, to be quite honest. The armor on it is not too bad at 985. The firearms roll, for my liking personally, is a little bit low at 1256. It does come with Savage. It has 7% skill haste, 16% critical hit damage. The max, I believe, is 17, and it has marksman rifle damage. Now, what you could do is you could get rid of marksman if you don't want to use marksman and use the weapon of your choice and roll with it as is. It's not bad. If you do want to keep marksman and roll something else, maybe get a little bit more firearms, you could do that. So you do have some options with these gloves if you do want to have these, and they do have a decent amount of armor on them. They're not the most, I think the max is somewhere around 1001 or somewhere around there, so it's not too far off, but still, it's better than a lot of other gloves out there, and if you don't have anything better, this could work out for you. The Firecrest gloves, I'm not a huge fan of these. I would say the other gloves are probably a better bet. The electronics mod is kind of crap. The performance mod, if you're using sticky bombs, which not too many people are, 5.5 explosion radius. And then the rest of this stuff, heavy magazine spring is okay if you need this, but I don't really use them. The flash hider is garbage. The vertical grip, garbage. The reflex sight, garbage. All right, so let's see what other things are being sold in the base. Hopefully we can find some better stuff on the low. Now at the advanced weaponry vendor, I'm not even gonna lie to you guys, this is all garbage. This is straight trash all the way around the board. I would not recommend most of this. The shotgun has some good base damage, some decent stagger, predatory and fierce, but talented, come on. No, I don't recommend any of this stuff. I would say definitely pass. I'm not even gonna waste any more time on this. Let's go somewhere else. In the Wolves Den, there is a nice little PP19 being sold. Thought I would throw it out there with some base damage at 22.7, critical hit chance at 21.5. Comes with responsive, dominant, and hurried. Dominant, I would probably roll off. That's just me personally, and probably put something else on it, but the base damage on it is respectable, and since it only costs you regular credits, that's not too bad. If you look for a PP19, there's one that isn't too shabby, but you will have to re-roll it. Dominant is not that great. In Dante's run, just as a quick side note, very quickly, let me get this. There is an inventive bag being sold. It has 8% crit hit damage and it has 15% bleed resist. The only reason this isn't higher on my recommendation, and I'm not making a big stink about it, is the armor roll on it is quite low for my liking. But if you are desperate for an inventive bag, then they have one here, and crit hit damage will help keep that damage going, especially if you're using adept on your weapons. This could be pretty nice, but remember that armor a bit too low for me. In Camp Hudson, there is a pretty nice AK if you're looking for one, the military AK-47M. Now there is an AK being sold in the base of operations, but personally I think the talents on this plus the enemy armor damage on this is higher. The base damage is a little bit lower. The one in the base is 31 point something, but this one is at 30.9. It's not too far off. I think it's like 1 or 2 points off. This one has dominant, adept, and ferocious. So if you're using this for PvE, this is excellent. You probably want to get rid of dominant, or you may want to keep it if you like using your super a lot. You have adept and you have ferocious. I would probably take off dominant, put deadly on this thing, and let it get to work. The enemy armor damage is at 22, which I believe is the max or very close to there. And this isn't too bad with the good base damage. So check it out if you are looking for an AK at Camp Hudson. Now over at the ward, if you were looking for a reckless chest piece with electronics, boy have I got a nice one for you. Armor is at 1950, which isn't too bad. Again, we have reckless, we have 9% skill haste, we have 5% enemy armor damage, and we have ammo capacity. For me personally, this is probably the perfect set of majors and minors. I would like some of the stats to be a little bit higher, talking about the ammo capacity. And then when we have our electronics, you can roll this to whatever you want. It's only at 1148, so you definitely do want to re-roll that, but this is not bad. Reckless, skill haste, enemy armor damage, and ammo capacity. This is pretty good for PvE, especially in my book, but I think it could work out for PvP as well. So why don't you guys go ahead and check that out if you are looking for a new reckless chest piece. All right, now over in the Grindhouse, shout outs to your boy Young. He actually sent me a tweet this morning before I even started looking at it, doing the vendor reset, and he told me about this ACR, and he said his had a base damage of 19.9. so shout outs to him for giving me the heads up. He definitely wanted to let people know. And if you find a weapon or something that you like early before these resets come out, shoot me a tweet and let me know if there's something that in particular you think a lot of people would love to see, and I will definitely feature it, and I'll probably give you a shout out if you are the first. So this ACR that is being sold, 22% enemy armor damage, some silly ass base damage of 25.4 with my character. It comes with responsive, prepared, and destructive. I would probably take off prepared and put something else on this. Me personally, maybe adept. But yeah, do whatever you want. This is still pretty good. That enemy armor damage plus responsive, I think this would be a really nasty weapon. If I had the credits, I would probably buy it, but this character has been re-rolling a lot of stuff. So yeah, definitely go and check this out, and shout out to your boy Young. Appreciate you, man. Thanks for that. And let's see what other things are being sold this week. All right, over in the Firewall, I like to just throw these little quickies out here for the people who need them. We have a first aid self-heal 5.5. I know a lot of people are running glass cannon, so if you are using self-heal, this could help you out in a pinch and get you even more health back quickly. So check it out if you need one of these. In East 58th Street, we've got some pretty interesting stuff being sold. First off, we have this tactical pack with specialized on it. The armor on it is alright at 1230. The firearms roll on it needs to be re-rolled, but the skill power is at 13,329. Now just for some perspective, Bag's maximum skill power is 13,339. So you're only 10 points off of the maximum skill power, plus it comes with 15% burn resistance. Now we also have some knee pads with some pretty nice armor on them at 1621. They come with Accomplished, which has triple accolades. You have 3.5% enemy armor damage, and then we get to the good stuff. The burn resistance, blind, deaf, and bleed are all around the 32 to 33 mark, 33 being the highest that you can get, so these are not too bad as well. Now skipping past the holster, getting onto the gloves. We've got some Savage gloves with skill haste at 8%. Unfortunately, they're LMG, but if you like using LMGs, these are not too bad. LMGs get up to a maximum of 1,334, so having it at 1319 is not too far off. Plus you have the skill haste. Health on kill, not a huge fan, but it could work out for you to keep you alive. And you have 1177 firearms, which will probably need to be re-rolled. So you got some pretty decent gloves, some pretty nice knee pads, and a pretty decent bag. Check it out if you need it. At East 42nd Street, we've got pretty decent operator's gloves if you're running marksman. This time it's got 9% skill haste, 5% crit hit chance, and 4,126 for the marksman damage. Now when it comes to the marksman gloves, the highest marksman damage you can get is 4,681, so it is a little bit low, but if you are looking for something like this and you are running marksman, then there you go. I wouldn't recommend you re-rolling marksman off of it, just because 1174 for firearms is a bit low. Now the other reason I'm bringing you guys here is because of the stamina mod. There's a stamina mod at 265 stamina, plus it comes with 2,879 health. Figure I would throw it out there. I kind of like the health to be above 3,000 before recommending it, but the stamina roll on it isn't that bad. So if you're looking for it, you need to, you know, bump some stat over. Why not go for it, get some stamina and a little bit of health. Do you like pulse? Do you like doing damage? Well, at East 34th Street, they've got a nice little pulse modifier for your performance mod, 2% extra critical hit damage. Just thought I'd throw it out there for the people who use pulse and like to kill stuff. At West 31st Street, if you were ever looking for a Scar H, there is one being sold for you marksmen out there. 169 headshot damage, which is pretty nice in my book, plus a base damage of 72.7. Talents on it, not my favorite. We've got Ferocious, Trained, and Disciplined. And with the changes coming to Deadeye, you will have to hunker down a little bit more, so just kind of keep that in mind. If you're not using this with Deadeye and you just want to get something off of Discipline, then that is an option, and you may want to re-roll some of this stuff. If you do decide to pick this up, let me know what you guys decide to re-roll. I always love hearing what you guys put on your weapons. It helps let me know what you guys are thinking and how you are making your builds, and that helps me out to maybe even talk about some of those things to help other newer agents and some of the newer agents who need the help. So there you go, a nice little Scar H if you need one. The base damage and the headshot damage is nice. The talents are a little bit meh for my liking, but it is what it is. And there's also Seeker Mind damage at 3.5, but nobody needs to talk about that. Alright, in 5th Avenue, for you snipers out there, we have a nice little M700 tactical. Why couldn't this be the carbon? With 170 headshot damage, it comes with 145 base damage for my character. Talents on it are destructive, deadly, and elevated. Not too shabby if I don't say so myself. This isn't too bad. There are some gloves that are tempting out here. The problem is they come with decisive, 9% skill haste, marksman, crit chance, but still decisive, not going to help too many people out. This stamina mod, 262 with some skill power, 2,853 skill power. Definitely worth a look if you need skill power and you are running stamina. Extended mag is a little bit crap, but hey, we still got that nice stamina mod, and we got this decent M700 tactical sniper rifle. Can't say too much bad about that. Alright guys, now we're in the DZ, and starting off we have a gunslinger's vest in DZ2 being sold with Rapid. Now a lot of people have been talking about Rapid. Rapid was bugged, but they said it was a UI bug, so it should be fixed. The armor on it is at 1973, which is not too bad. Comes with Rapid, decreased cooldown of healing skills by 15%. You get 5% enemy armor damage, 8% skill haste, and 51% ammo capacity. So this is a pretty nice chest piece. If I don't say so myself, you may want to re-roll the firearms because it's only at 1237. But this is a pretty nice rapid chest piece if you're looking to try this out. Alright, in DZ6, just to be very quick, there's a defense mask with 1,000 armor, which is pretty close to the top of the top. It comes with 3.5 critical hit chance, blind deaf, pretty crappy electronics roll, but yes, 1,000 armor. So if you're using the defense set, the 3.5% critical hit chance, especially if you're using Adept, is kind of pointless, and you could probably do something about that. But if you're not rolling Adept, this could be really nice for you with your SMG, so it's something to think about. The rest of this stuff, there's some okay things in DZ6. I'll just scroll through this and you guys can see it for yourself. Nothing amazing worth talking about. The knee pads have nice armor and the health is okay. The minors are not that great, but the rest of this stuff just kind of is what it is. If these defense gloves had submachine gun, SMG damage instead of assault rifle, this would probably be a really nice pickup, but it does not, so that's what it is. Alright guys, last stop. So we are up in DZ9. There is a Fire Crest chest that is being sold. The armor on it is at 1996, which is pretty good. The health on it is 15,894. Comes with 53% ammo capacity, and it has health on kill. Now health for the chest piece or chest pieces are usually around 16,674, so it's not too bad. It's pretty close to the max. The Deadeye bag has some okay skill power. The armor on it is close to 1300, which is pretty good. Comes with bleed resist. The Striker's knee pads are actually pretty decent for PvE if you are running this. Comes with shock and burn resist, which actually could work out pretty well in the last stand. Comes with 15% damage to elites, which isn't too bad. Usually when it comes down to knees for the damage to elites, I'm pretty sure it's somewhere around 16, so it's not too far off. The armor on it at 14 is okay. I'd like to see it a little bit higher if possible. The Predator's Mark holster, of course, is crap. But the Deadeye gloves, if you're looking for some Deadeye gloves, these are not bad at all. The armor on it is at 933, comes with 4,217 marksman rifle damage, 6% crit hit chance, and 15% crit hit damage. So it's not too bad at all, especially if you're running with a marksman. Yeah, marksman, and it has Deadeye, so it works well together. Nothing worse than seeing marksman rifle stuff that's not on Deadeye, or Deadeye apparel that doesn't have marksman on it. So it is pretty nice to see that. And that pretty much is about it for this week's good or garbage. So if you guys enjoyed this week's good or garbage, be sure to hit that like button. Remember, if you are new, to subscribe. I do this every week and I try to be as thorough and in-depth as I can on some of the better things that are being sold every week. If you have kind of been at a loss and not found places that like to go in depth and talk about things or give you some hints and pointers, if you are a newer agent or if you are a veteran agent and you just like to know what the hell is really going on instead of just being thrown those 5-minute videos, then this is perfectly the place for you. No disrespect to those people who make those videos. You do what you got to do. It's of investment in time for me. I do like going in depth and talking about these things and helping people out. So if this is not really your cup of tea, I've gotten a lot of comments over the past few weeks, people saying the videos are too long. Really and truly, you have options. If it's not for you, then it's not for you. No hard feelings. You do what you got to do. But this is my format. This is how I like to keep it, and I like helping people. So if you appreciate the help, remember to hit that like button. I do appreciate it, and I try to comment and reply to everyone. So yeah, just remember I'm watching these comments, and I appreciate all of you guys. So let me know what you guys decided to pick up this week, and what did you decide to re-roll, if there was anything that you did re-roll. That kind of is about it. If you haven't seen some of the live streams that me and Cracker Jacks do for a stream team and for running with randoms, please go over to Twitch and check me out. I'm Con_Mr. So Real, and yeah, I like to hang out with you guys and talk, and I've been trying to do the best I can with updating my streams and updating my videos to be the best that they can be. If you have any suggestions, I'm all ears. I'm always trying to improve and learn what I can do to help you guys out. And if there's anything in particular that you're looking for these gutter garbages that I may not cover, or that you think not too many people talk about, then please leave a comment and let me know. I will try my best, if I see it, to give it a shout out. And thanks to Young for giving me the shout out this morning on Twitter. I'm gonna officially make this I guess the pick of the week is going to be from you. So Young, salute to you, brother. Thanks a lot, and until next week, I guess I'll catch you guys later. Thank you guys for all of the support. We're finally over 4,000 subscribers. I couldn't have done it without all of you, so thank you so much. Remember to keep sharing and keep liking, and tell your friends if you did enjoy this, and I will catch you in the next one. Have a great weekend. I'm Con, Mr. So Real. Take it easy. Peace.